or players. And you have to, because they have to make exit and entry. I know there are not that many people today. Maybe the Durga Puja is going on. Everybody went to do the garbas. Okay. Ready? Ready.
Explain to Padmanayan Prabhu what's going on.
Dear audience,
He wasn't
today
informed.
we present the remarkable transformation of Bilva Mangala Thakur, who went from worldly obsession to spiritual enlightenment by the grace of a courtesan, Chintamani, who became his unexpected guru. This play invites us to reflect. Can even our darkest attachments become the turning point towards divine love? Set in Vrindavan, the sacred land of Krishna's pastimes, the story shows how sincerity, repentance, and grace can carry even the fallen back to the Lord's feet. Let us enter this sacred narrative with open hearts, prayerful minds, and the hope that just as Bilva Mangala Thakur was guided, we too may find our way home.
Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpavruksha lakshavruteshu surabhiravi palayantam Lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevyamanam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haribol, Haribol, how far is it to Vrindavan? Can anyone say? Is there anyone to help a blind man find his way? Please.
This is Vrindavan, Baba. We are both cowherd boys. We are born and raised here.
How fortunate. My name is Bilva Mangal. All glories to Sri Dham Vrindavan. Today, all my sufferings, dejection of heart, pains and sorrows are vanquished. My darkness of ignorance is destroyed. My pious deeds have borne fruits. All auspiciousness has arrived. My forefathers, up to 71 generations, are delivered. My home and entire village is purified. I feel happy to find love of Godhead by the mercy of my spiritual master. Chintamani jayati somagirir guru mein Shiksha guruscha bhagavan shikhipanchamoli Yat pad kalpataru pallava shekhareshu Leela swayambara rasam labate jaya shri. All glories to Mother Chintamani. All glories to Srimati Radharani. All glories to Lord Sri Krishna. All glories to Lord Sri Balaram.
Baba, what is so special about this land of Vrindavan that you are worshipping?
Every particle of dust and every leaf on these trees are marked with holy names of Krishna, Balaram, and cowherd boys and girls. This is the place where they perform unlimited pastimes in form of human beings. Even though they were all from spiritual world, their pastimes are very attractive, relishable, and ever fresh. They are perpetual festival for the mind, and they dry up the ocean of difficulties. So now onwards, wherever you walk around, you should remain in a prayerful mood and see everything with great honor and respect.
Baba, I am sorry to ask you, but who is this Mother Chintamani?
Well, it's a long story, but I will share it with you so that you can learn something out of it. Even though it is all mundane discussion, I was a young boy like you. One day I saw a very charming lady named Chintamani. I sort of liked her very much. She was out of this world. I followed her all the way to her house. I met her and convinced her that I was ready to spend all my resources for her. She asked me to come back the next day. I was so obsessed that it seemed impossible to wait that long. But I showed patience. Next morning, I learned that a horrible storm raged last night, and it rained so hard that there was flooding everywhere. But I was like a fish out of water without her. So I decided to swim all the way to her house. After a while, I saw a huge log drifting in the water. I desperately grabbed it, only to realize that it was a dead body. But somehow I made it to her house. There I had to scale a wall. So I grabbed a rope hanging from her balcony. When I reached the balcony, I realized that it was a cobra I was holding on. Finally, when I entered her room, she was very surprised. Not surprised with my adventure and encounter, but for my determination and degree of attachment for her. She told me that I wish if you were so much attached to Lord Sri Krishna, then you would achieve liberation in no time. Give up your delusion and follow path of religion. Dharmo rakshati rakshitah. Her words penetrated me. I thought for a moment and I asked her, "Can you give me your hairpins?" She pulled out 2 hairpins and put them in my hands. I saw her beautiful face last time. Thanking her in my heart, I accepted her as my spiritual guide, then poked the pins in both of my eyes.
Oh, no, Baba.
Yes, I had to punish my eyes. Instead of seeing her wisdom and good qualities, I only saw her as a cheap society woman. I realized my position. मौसम कौन कुटिल खल कामी तुम सो कहाँ छिपी करुणामय सबके अंतर्यामी. I am a sinner. There is no one worse than me. Oh, omniscient Lord, you know everything. I am attracted by worldly pleasures and rush to them like a village pig rushing towards stool and urine. I am extremely lazy to have taste for your lotus feet. I took her instructions seriously. I travelled throughout Bharatvarsh on my feet, visited almost all the places of pilgrimage, bathed in every river and reservoir, visited most of the temples to purify myself. Now I have come to Vrindavan to spend my final days and leave my body meditating in form of Krishna and Balaram. बार बार वर मांग हूँ हर्षि देवूं श्री रंग पद सरोजन पाइनी भक्ति सदा सतरंग. I am asking a boon repeatedly that I may have firm and undeviating devotion at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna and Balaram. Do you hear that? Bhaj Bhagat Vatsal Shri Gaur Hari. Shri Gaur Hari Soi Ghost Bihari. Nanda Yashomati Chittahari. Bela Halo Damodar. ऐसे एखोनो भोग मंदिर बसी करो हो भोजन नंदेर निदेश बैसी गिरिवर धारी बलदेव स सखा वैसे सारी सारी भज भगत वत्सल श्री गौर हरि. Do you hear that?
Yes, Baba. That is a loving call from our mother Yashoda-ji for prasadam. Let us go. It is already getting late.
Came to Vrindavan seeking liberation from the woes of life, and now liberation stands waiting to serve me with open arms. Krishna, you are really merciful.
Ma, we have company.
What is Vrindavan? Not just a place, but a state of remembrance. Bilva Mangala's story reminds us that the divine resides not only in saints and scriptures, but even in the most unexpected messengers. His journey teaches us when attachment turns into surrender and pain becomes a portal to love, the Lord reveals himself. Let us carry this message with us, that every fall can lead to a rise. Every dark night can birth devotion. In every heart, the Lord is calling, just as Yashoda Mai called her son to eat. So as we chant, Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Shri Gaurari, may we too walk, like Bilva Mangala Thakur, towards the embrace of the eternal home. Bilva Mangala Thakur ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhakta Vatsala Bhagavan Shri Krishna ki jai.
Hare Krishna. I hope everybody liked the small drama. It was a preaching drama. Now, Michael is here somewhere? I don't see him. Anyway, so the next is we request Prabhu to give the class. And 7:45 will be prasadam served. 8:45 will be Shayanarti. So enjoy the evening and lots of kirtan will be going on. Hare Krishna. And don't forget, next Saturday we're going to have celebrating the Sharadya Purnima. There will be a Ras Garba here to glorify Krishna and Radha and Gopi. So please come 6:30 to 8:30. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
We're turning it on.
Yeah. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Stotra Satasi Shimal Sila Bhaicharanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Samvita Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. As you know, this class will go up to 7:45. So I will speak for some time. Then we will invite your comment and questions. You can also participate. But in the way, as I speak, if you feel like asking anything also in between, you can raise your hands. We will try to keep this like an interactive session. Not that I'm going to just speak and you just listen. Okay? Good. Thank you. So, we know one who is from any part of the world, any person in the world, people are very much attached to the auspicious results of their activities. Correct? Everybody wants to have some good result, auspicious result. Yes, good, thank you. So, but even if you don't want, that inauspicious result comes on its own accord. Right? You cannot avoid it. So, even though you want something, it's not coming. You don't want something, it's coming. It happens, right? So you want to stop that what you don't want, it should not come? Yes or no? You want to know the secret? Right, good. So, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He has given this mantra for us. We have to act in a particular way to stop this. But interestingly, what goes on in this world in the name of auspicious results, sometimes it can also be a trouble for us, right? For example, in our Dharma Shastra, those who speak about the religious duties, like not only we are following Krishna consciousness and we are spiritual people, if you go outside, there are so many other religious organizations. They also follow some sort of spiritual practice, and for them, the most auspicious result is attainment of heavenly planet. That is the information they have. They want to go to the heaven. Whether they be born in Hindu community, Christian community, or any other community, and most of them, they are very much desirous to go to the heavenly planet. Even if somebody goes to the heavenly planet, then he is enjoying the heavenly happiness for some time, again he is coming back. That means, from this kind of explanations, we can understand that the auspicious results, which are again bringing us down to experience the troubles of this material life, is not welcome. Therefore, Krishna very artistically, he has given a formula which can bring us above the experience of these auspicious and inauspicious results. And the auspicious result, or we can say the supremely auspicious result, which all the living entities are aspiring for, can be attained without any drawback if we follow Krishna's instructions. So Krishna has spoken in Bhagavad Gita, he said, Jat karoshi, jadasnasi, jat juhoshi, dadasi, jat tapasyashi kaunteya tat kurusha madarpanam. And after that he says, Subha subha phalairivam makshasi karma bandhanai. So if somebody following this prescription, Jat karoshi, jadasnasi, then what will happen? This will help him to become free from the bondage of his work and the result of auspicious and inauspicious results. He will become completely freed. And when we see this prescription given by Krishna, different people, they have their concept, what it means, what Krishna is talking. Well, Krishna is directly talking. What is that? Jat karoshi. Whatever you do. Jad asnasi. If you see Prabhupada's translation, Prabhupada is saying, whatever you eat. Direct translation. Jat asnasi. Whatever you eat. And jad juhoshi. Whatever you offer or give away. Dasi jat. Jat tapasyashi. Whatever austerities you perform, he's saying, Krishna is saying, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. So when we hear this kind of an explanation in Bhagavad Gita, directly speaking, that whatever you eat, whatever you do, especially if we talk about whatever you eat, it may create some confusion among the people. Well, your Shastra says, whatever you eat, make an offering to me. My dear sir, why then there is so much restrictions in your society? You can't eat this, you cannot, do this. Make sense? Yes. Like, Krishna is saying something and you are interpreting something else. So how to understand this? It can be kind of contradictory to see how Krishna is speaking something, and when you come to this organization, there are so many restrictions. You cannot eat this, you cannot eat that. So you are directly contradicting Krishna's statement. What is this? Well, now we need to understand this very, very nicely. Actually, you see Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who has established this organization, he has not established something in a whimsical mode. He has established it thoroughly on the scriptural principles. So now we get this example that Krishna is saying, whatever you eat, you make an offering to me. To understand this, now let us take an example. Actually, to understand Shastra, we don't require a big knowledge of Sanskrit and any other subject. Many times we can understand from our Krishna statements are very direct because Krishna is speaking it for us. He speaks in such a way that it is applicable, it is understood by all people at any time, in any place across the globe. Krishna's instructions are not limited to any time, place and circumstance. It's eternal. Krishna is eternal. His instructions are also eternal. So how to understand this? Well, nowadays this is, computer world, right? Everybody is so much into this AI computer business. So, those who are computer engineers, they know the code word. Computer has some code language. They can use these code words and they can write programs and many things can be done, right? Now the point is, one who does not know this code language, does not know the code words, can he speak anything about the programming? No, he can't, right? So that means you need to go to somebody who has studied under his teacher how to use these code words, and then he is producing the result. Similarly, you should know that this Veda or the Vedic literatures, they are originally written in Sanskrit. And Sanskrit language is actually code words. For your information, you should know, in today's world, now, lot of scientists are trying to use this Sanskrit word to use in the computer world to code the language, by the way. Okay? So, this is actually a code word, and this needs to be unpacked. And who can do that? Only one who has studied from the authority, he can explain it. Not that we who are inexperienced try to see something, whatever we hear, we just believe and we feel, oh, this is right. No. Spiritual life, spiritual message does not, we should not understand, we should not try to understand spiritual message directly with our sense perception. So therefore here, when Krishna says, Jad asnasi, whatever you eat, well, people who are meat eaters, they will interpret, okay, I eat meat, I can offer it to the Lord. He is saying, whatever you eat, just make an offering to me. No, that you cannot do. Why you cannot do? Or you can also ask this question that in your society, you are saying that you cannot eat all these non-veg items, but Shastra also recommends that somebody who is, in Shastra there is recommendation about the eating of these non-veg items. So what do you say about this? Like in our society, we speak a lot about 4 regulatory principles, right? What are that? No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit connection. So, where did it come from? Well, if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is actually unpacking these code words. What Bhagavatam says? Loko vyavaya mishamadya seva nityahe jantur nahi tatra chodana vyavasthititis vivaha jagya suragrahirasu nivrittirishta. Somebody who is attached to eating these non-veg items, he is relating to this text in Bhagavad Gita, Jadasnasi, and he is saying, I can make an offering to Krishna, but you are putting a restriction. No, my dear sir, I said these are all code words. That's why I am quoting this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. What does it say? It says, actually, for the living entity, those who are in the conditioned state of existence, attachment to the non-veg items and other things are quite natural. But though Shastra, the scriptural injunctions, provide sex through sacred marriage, and for meat eating through sacrificial offering. Like if you see in the Veda, it says, Hutam Shesham Bhakshyet, means you can eat the remnants of the sacrificial offerings. And for intoxication through the acceptance of ritual cups of wine. Therefore, you can find in some organizations, they also have this kind of practice, right? But if you see, at the end it's saying, Vyavasthitis Vajag Sura Grahirasu Nivrittirishta. Why? All these purposes, I mean to say, all these practices, the ceremonies, which are mentioned in the Dharma Shastra, they are meant for the ultimate purpose of renunciation. Ultimate purpose of renunciation means, does it allow that, okay, you can just go directly just consume these items? No, the next, it clarifies. When it says, it gives some recommendation how it should be practically applied. That is explained in the next text of Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Jad Grana Vaksho Bhita Suraya. According to Vedic injunctions, when wine is offered in sacrificial ceremonies, it is later to be consumed by smelling. Okay? Jad ghrana bhaksha vihita surayam tatha pasu alabhanam na himsa. Pasu alabhanam na himsa. That means the sacrificial offering of animals is permitted, but there is no provision for mass scale animal slaughter. This we need to understand. Paso alabhanam, no himsa. Alabhanam means, one time Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had a discussion with Chand Kaji, and there the Kaji's objection was, your scripture, Hindu scripture, recommends meat eating. Why are you stopping meat eating? Then Mahaprabhu explained, he said, Prasu alavanam. That means there are some rituals which speaks about animal sacrifice, but that is just to test the efficacy of the mantra. The Brahmana, he can chant the mantra and he can give new life to the animal. That is the purpose. Not that people, in the name of Vedic statement, under the plea of Vedic statement, they are into mass animal killing to satisfy their tongue into eating meat. So in this connection, if you ask, well, you are also eating this, vegetables, fruits, they also have life. Why do you kill them? You are also kind of killing something. It's not that we are only killing. So therefore, another statement is spoken in Bhagavatam, Jiva Jivasya Jivanam. One living entity is the food for another living entity. That means there are 8,400,000 species of life, and for every species of life, there is recommendation given who can eat what. Because one living entity is the food for another living entity. You cannot just decide what you want to eat. The prescription has already been given because you are one of the entity in the God's creation. You cannot just transgress the rule. Just like you go to a company, if you are in a particular group, then there are certain rules applies to you. If you are amongst the managers, then you know what are the rules and regulations for you. If you are among the clerks, you know what are the rules and regulations for you. If somebody is a fourth-class laborer, then what are the rules and regulations for him? A fourth-class laborer cannot demand, this managers, they are following this rule, that's why I should apply, that rule should be applied to me. No, you cannot say that. You have to follow the restrictions, the rules that is meant for you and only you. In God's creation, there are rules to be followed by different entities. As we said, 8,400,000 species of life. Jalaja Navalakshani. One set of entities who are aquatics, they are 900,000. Sthavara Lakshabinshati, immovable, like trees and other, they are 100,000 in numbers. So there are classifications given, and we belong to the Manushya, Manava, human being, classification. For us, there are some restrictions given. So what we can accept? If I give you another example, for example, you say that, well, this Jiva Jivasya Jivanam, one living entity is food for another living entity, so we are eating, what is the problem? We can eat that. And we can make an offering to Krishna also. Because Krishna, he is saying that whatever you eat, you must make an offering to me. Well, hold on. Try to understand from a practical perspective. Say a gentleman, he wants to, maybe he's from India, okay? Let's take an Example, a person from India, he's in this country, and he wants to have a business, an international business, and he knows that if I can speak to this IS officer, he can open the way for me, right? Then what he has to do? He has to somehow or other come close to this person to have a dialogue with him. Then one day he decides, well, I'm going to invite this gentleman to my house for a dinner. I'll give him a good dinner. And after he is satisfied, I'll open my topic. I'll get my business deal done, right? So now the question is, if this gentleman is going to call that IS officer for a dinner, he's going to give him a treat. What kind of food he should give him? What he cooks for himself, what he eats, should offer that to him? What he will do? What he should do? You said no. Yes, means what kind of food he should offer to him? Exactly. Very simple, right? Very, very clear logic. If you are inviting that officer and you want him to do something for you, better you cook something what he will like. Even if, forget about that in a business practice also. If you're inviting your friend to your house, you cannot feed something to your friend which your friend does not want to eat. Out of love and affection for your friend, you will cook something which your friend would love it. He would like to eat it, right? Because you have a loving relationship with your friend. You don't want to make your friend unhappy. So similarly, here, when Krishna is saying that you can offer it to me, sometimes friend may say, okay, whatever you cook, just cook for yourself, then give it to me. He may say sometimes, but a real friend will say, no, let's talk about it. What do you like to have in dinner? Then he will say, okay, you can prepare, these things. And then you prepare for him, he will like it. Similarly, when Krishna is speaking, but before he has already spoken, patram pushpam phalam toyam jame bhaktya prayachati. What you can offer to him? You can offer to him these items made out of grains, fruits, vegetables, sugar, milk. These items he's asking that you can offer it to me. And then what happens? Tadaham bhakti uparitam asnami. And I accept that offering. And with that practice, when you are, whatever you are doing, whatever you are eating, if you, here the concept is, our very life should be designed in such a way that in every aspect of our life, we are able to have a connection with Krishna. For example, he said, Jat karoshi, whatever you do. People they are doing, some people are doing business, some people are working in the office, some people are working in the field. Whatever you do, make an offering unto me. How? How practical it is. Srila Prabhupada, he speaks in 18th chapter actually, he gives very clear explanation of this statement that what we should do, how we can do everything for Krishna. If you read this verse 1857, Chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya matpara, Prabhupada is saying, I have been appointed to discharge this particular duty by Krishna. While acting in such a way, one naturally has to think of Krishna. This is perfect Krishna consciousness. One should, however, note that after doing something whimsically, he should not offer the result to the Supreme Lord. So he's clearly saying, I have been appointed to discharge this particular duty by Krishna. What does it mean? That means he understands that I may be a farmer, I may be an officer, I may be, a businessman, whatever I am doing. This profession I'm engaged in is by the mercy of Krishna. That means Krishna is the maintainer. Krishna is maintaining everybody. And I am, on behalf of Krishna, taking care of the people who have been given to me by Krishna. Very simple, right? If one is having this kind of concept, he is free from the concept of doership, being the maintainer. And then that is the meaning of whatever you do, make an offering unto me. Through your activity, you are connecting yourself. Through your food, you are connecting with Krishna. Some people, they earn some money in an illegal way and they try to purify it, come to temple and give it to Krishna, not donate to Krishna. That is not actually good practice. In 10th chapter, Krishna is saying that Buddhi Jnanam Asammoha. This verse, let me read out for you so that you know. In what context Krishna is speaking and how we should do. That verse he says, Tapo Danam Jasojasa Danam. Means, here also he is saying whatever you give away, charity you give unto me. What kind of charity? Here, one of our commentators, Sridhar Swami, he says, Nyayarjitasya dhanade patre arpanam. Nyayarjitasya dhanade. The opulence, the money, whatever you earn, that must be earned in legal way, not illegal means. Nyayarjitasya dhanade. Dhana adi. Whatever you earn, without duplicitous means. Some people, they have a lot of black money. Anyway, so the point is, nyayarjita. If you earn in a legal way, then it offered to Krishna, not only your money is getting purified, but you are also heading towards Krishna. He is actually embracing you in that way. So, this is the way we connect ourselves to Krishna. See, Krishna consciousness is a very pure practice. Krishna is supremely pure. And when we try to serve Krishna, we should also know how, in a pure way, we approach Him. Then what will happen? The result will be very quick. If you're thinking, you're feeling, you're willing, your activity, everything is based on pure practice, Krishna will definitely, being supremely pure entity, He will also give you the immediate result. Otherwise, it will be delayed. Therefore, those who are desirous to become Krishna conscious, to get the full benefit of this human form of life, desirous of becoming freed from the bondage of their work and the auspicious and inauspicious results, they should follow this principle and they continue their life. That is how their life will be successful. So, I think I should give some time for you to ask any question, any comment you may have. Then, yes. No, she has a question before you. Yeah. You wanted to ask something? No, here. Ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Well, you said that, let's say if an example, let's say that we have a friend coming and we want to cook what they like, but we don't cook, we don't buy, cook or serve meat. So, if we have a friend and they come, we should give them what they like, but should we also keep our, don't break our belief, our spiritual practice? So when you said that we give them what the friend like, but we also keep our spiritual belief, isn't it?
Very good, thank you. Yes. So, there are two things here in this connection we should know, that if you are a general devotee, you are just inviting your friends, you don't eat certain things, your friend is coming to your house. As a friend, you should also discuss that something both of you can share. Not that you cook something only friend will eat and you cannot eat. I mean to say, I'm talking in a very common human behavior, right? Other your friend will also not be happy that you cannot eat, he will eat. So in general human behavior in the society, when we are inviting somebody, we should do that. Okay? Now I will tell you something different. It might be shocking to you, whether you have heard it or not, I don't know. You know Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur? You know who is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur? You know. He is the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. One time, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he invited this British Raj to visit our temple in Mayapur. Which temple? Chaitanya Math temple. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he arranged some Brahmin from Navadvip to cook meat for that gentleman because he wanted to make that person happy. That is for a higher purpose. He wanted to preach to them. Okay? Even an acharya can go to that extent. But when we are in the family life, in a general human behavior, we don't have to do that. So, we have to understand what is our level, what we can do, so that we can maintain our Krishna consciousness and also we can distribute Krishna consciousness to others. The very approach of a devotee's life is to give Krishna consciousness to others. And that can be done according to the level of your personal life. Yes. Yes.
We shouldn't be disturbed. But we not deal
You should not cook.
But we not deal with it.
Yes.
But we can, somebody else can come and cook for them. That's fine. But we personally don't deal with any of those issues.
You don't cook. Yes, you don't cook. And you don't offer at your home also. You don't offer that item at your home also. Yes. Okay? Clear? Yes. Okay. Done. Agree. Thank you. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Close to the beginning of the class, you said that Krishna is easy to understand because he speaks directly. And what we observe is that even though the Bhagavad Gita only has 700 verses, we have more than 300 translations in English. So can you explain why we have so many translations of Bhagavad Gita when we are saying that it's easy to understand because Krishna speaks directly?
Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Yah shastra vidhi matsujya jajante shraddhayanvita tesam nishtha tuka Krishna sattva maha rajastama." That means sometimes some people, they may be having lot of dedication to serving the Supreme Lord, but without following the scriptural injunctions. They don't follow the spiritual injunctions. For them, he is saying, Tesam nishtha tuka Krishna sattva maha rajastamu. Whether they fall in the category of sattvika bhakti practice, rajasika bhakti or tamasika bhakti practice. That means there are entities whose intention is not to practice pure devotional service. They may be having, they are inspired by the different modes. And by the way, we should know that again each mood has got three divisions. Sattva guna also has, lower mood, middle and highest form. Uttama, Madhyama and Adhama. So that means there are 9 types. Again, they interact with their practices, it can be many different types. So according to the moods they have been inspired by, whether Sattva-guna, Rajaguna or Tamaguna, then they give that kind of interpretation. When we have got so many different varieties of interpretations available, who are inspired by the different modes, and you can see that result, people who are reading those commentaries, they have hardly become devotee of Lord Krishna, because that is tainted with the material modes. Whereas A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada purport is beyond the touch of these modes, which is pure. Because it is pure, therefore it has got so much impact on the readers that by reading Prabhupada's purports, whole world has become Krishna conscious, they have embraced Krishna. This is the difference, because people are in the modes and they are giving their commentaries, so we don't bother about that. Anyone who wants to connect with Krishna, they have to read something which is beyond these modes. That is Prabhupada's purport. Yes. Any other? Okay. Huh? Yes. Please give mic to Prabhu.
So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktosi me sakacheti, rahasyam hyetad uttamam. So many people can read Bhagavad Gita. There are many different translations, but they won't understand because they don't have bhakti. And that bhakti can only be learned from a bhakta in disciplic succession, parampara. Otherwise, scholars can translate, and so many people can translate the words of Bhagavad Gita and make it sound. But it's also interesting that in the early days, Prabhupada used Ramakrishna's, or which was, huh? Yeah, he allowed that translation. But to understand the meaning, it requires bhakti. Without the bhakti, then the meaning will not be clear. Chakshudana diloye janme janme Prabhu say. The spiritual master imparts the knowledge into the heart of the devotee.
Even in this connection also we should know that what is these words? These are not just mundane words that A, B, C, D combines to form some word, some sentence. We should not take these words, these sentences, just like any mundane writings. It's called Sabda Brahma. It's a very important point we need to understand. Because what? For example, we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, H-A-R-E, right?
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So these words, these letters are used in writing many other, literatures. How is it different? This is how we need to understand. These words, even though written just like any other words, they are not on the mundane category. Because these words are directly speaking about Krishna, which is beyond this material realm. And this is called Shabda Brahma. As he correctly mentioned, for example, you have a very good bullet. Take an example. You have a very good bullet. If you don't have that kind of machine to fire the bullet, then bullet is of no use. Right? You need to have that machine also. Similarly, a pure devotee of Krishna, when he speaks, this Brahma, Sabda Brahma, coming from his mouth, he is giving the purport. It has the utmost effect on the readers, on the listeners. Therefore, many of the devotees, they have experienced that they hear from Prabhupada, it directly hits their brain, right? Oh, heart, touching the heart, because he is speaking directly. So again, on the level of their realization, their connection, their commitment to Krishna conscious practice, to that degree, you will also be affected by listening to them. So it has a lot of, first of all, Sabda Brahma, coming from the mouth of a pure devotee, and you are listening. That is just spoken by somebody who is just, not even, he doesn't have faith on Krishna. He's just speaking because he's a scholarly person. It will not have similar effect.
Swami Vivekananda, Swami Narayana, and Swami. Who is more spiritual in India, Krishna consciousness? And who came to America first? Swami Vivekananda, Swami Narayana, and Swami Prabhu. Who is more Krishna consciousness in India? And who came to America first to spread the word of Hindu?
That you know better than me. I told already, he knows better than me. Who has created the most impact in the world to make these people Krishna conscious? Out of these three personalities you mentioned, who has the greatest impact on the people of the world when it comes to connecting them with Krishna? See, all audience they speak, not me. So you got the answer. Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So this is speaking about prasadam.
Yeah.
We offer Krishna. So we were speaking about offering what Krishna likes. So my question is, because I'm also a cook in ISKCON for many years, but sometimes we offer Krishna things that we like.
Yes.
Pizza, lasagna.
What to do about that?
So to be direct, does Krishna also like pizza or lasagna? But he offers he loves what we offer in devotion and love, and the ingredients are pure and the motivation is pure. But still, we should also consider that we want to offer Krishna what he likes, and that's the highest form of love.
Actually, I think you may know this. Prabhupada has given some directive about this. See, Krishna is here in the temple, right? So Krishna is at your home. Prabhupada has said that when you cook for Krishna at home, you can offer him what you like to eat. Sometimes you can cook and offer to him and then, eat it. But in temple, you should not cook according to your liking. You should cook what he likes to eat. Because, try to understand, I have heard it from Janivas Prabhu. Janivas Prabhu says, when Krishna comes to your home and accepts worship, he is agreeable to your routine, your life, because he is coming to give you mercy at your home. For example, you have a small child, and you want to feed your baby. You know you have to feed prasadam. So you can just offer, whenever baby wants to eat, you can just offer, then give your baby. But in temple, you have a schedule, right? Rajbhog has to be there by sharp at 12 noon. You cannot just before or after. So therefore, this is more kind of an official worship, and that is a standard that we have to maintain. But when it comes to home, sometimes you can also, offer what you like to eat, and that's also a way to purify our taste, Then when we take Krishna Prasad, and then gradually we will become more inclined to eat what Krishna would like to eat. That's a process of purification, I would say. At home we can do that. That's Prabhupada's statement. Yes? Any other comment? Yes, Mataji? She wants to ask something.
Hare Krishna. We saw that when you mentioned that sacrifices were used, prescribed by the Vedic literatures, for bringing back or rejuvenating the older animals. But when Lord Buddha came, he denounced the Vedas because the Brahmanas were using these scriptural injunctions for sense gratification.
Yes.
So that was at that time. Now we have organized killing of animals. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has stated that there will be 10,000 years of golden age. And it has started. But still we see that there is organized killing of animals. Is there hope that that will cease at some point during the 10,000 years? Or will it continue to go on?
Okay. I can share my comment with you. Let us be practical. Yes, before Lord Buddha came, the whole society was corrupt. That's why he said, forget about Veda. Ahimsa paramadharma. Non-violence is the supreme religious principle. Anyway, at that time it was needed. Now, as you said, a lot of evolution has taken place after Buddha. Shankaracharya came. After Shankaracharya, then all these four Vaishnava Sampradayas, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, evolution has happened. And we can see that during the time of Buddha, how society was degraded, at least now, not so much, in that term that they're using Vedic statement to kill the animals, to eat the flesh. But we should know that this is material world. The influence of Kali is getting severe day by day. And many demons are planning how to restrict Krishna consciousness in the society. So their plan will continue. Simultaneously, if our devotees, they take up Krishna conscious practice with full faith, enthusiasm, and with a deeper commitment to practice in their personal life and bring it to others, this will reduce the demoniac effect, at least for next 10,000 years, because Prabhupada has said that. But we should not get mental that, oh, we are doing so much preaching, we are doing so much book distribution, There's so many temples are opened. Why this demoniac approach is not curtailed, not curbed? No. We should give the result to Krishna. You decide what you want. But we should not be lazy to perform our duty. If devotees come together, they take with the full might to spread this Krishna consciousness movement, definitely it will reduce the demoniac tendencies in the society to some degree. But Kali Yuga is also getting more severe. There will be always demons, and we don't have to worry about them. We should know our practice, we should know our commitment, dedication, and we should also have full faith what Krishna can do if we are fully surrendered to Him. And He will do the rest. To stop the influence of Kali completely in this age of Kali, impossible. Right? Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. What is there? Hasti eka mahan guna. Kalir dosya nidhi rajan hasti eka mahan guna. Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. So only one good quality, that is chanting, congregational chanting of the holy name. Then other bad qualities also will be there, because this is Kali Yuga, and we don't have to bother about that. Devotees should do their part, their duty, sincerely. Sri Radha Govinda Devi ki